lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. I'm May. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back to hang out with me. This channel is dedicated to all types of crafts and DIY. If you love that type of show, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. I would appreciate it so much if you did. Today's video is a little bit of a unique one for me. It is a beach and coastal chic boho type of video, and it was kind of a self-challenge video, if you will. I wanted to challenge myself to use things that I already had in my stash because I did want to dedicate another video, at least one more, to doing the coastal theme, or beachy and coastal theme. And so that's where we are today. So I do have roughly about 6 or 7 projects I'm going to share with you all today, and I think 2 may be kind of just an addition, not truly a craft, if you will. And so first we're going to go ahead and start by making a nautical wheel. I don't know if that's what that's called, but that's what I'm going to call it. And I'm going to basically be using the bicycle wreath ring from Dollar Tree. The wooden anchor comes from Dollar Tree. The wood beads, the nautical rope, all Dollar Tree. The miniature skewers that I showed there are from Daiso. I am going to do a set of 12 with 3 skewers each. I didn't cut them down. I left the little spikes on the end because I wanted it all to point towards the middle, and it was like the perfect size. And I really didn't want to mess up and have them all uneven. So all I did was I hot glued them off camera. With a lot of the projects I did hot glue off camera, and that's just because of how my crafting space is set up. It's just I don't have everything conveniently right there for me to use. So but I did also use, of course, some my Gorilla Glue and some super glue gel. But I'm going to go in here, and I didn't want this nautical wheel to be perfect. I wanted it to have like a little droop to it, if you will. And I'm just laying everything out because that's just how I visualize things. Like, I can have it in my mind of what I want, but I do sometimes have to see it to see if what my thought is going to work, you know, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Nonetheless, I'm going in here with this Villa Green. It's by Folk Art on this anchor. And guys, I'm all about greens right now. Green, the color green, and lights. I don't know. I don't know if it's just the summertime vibe thing, but I'm just all about greens right now. And so anyway, I thought it was a little bit too light, but I let it dry a little bit. It did darken up, but I still end up going in and doing a little bit of distressing on it, just because I wanted the true nautical feel. And once I get it settled, and I just want to cover where I connected the rope at the bottom, and that was like my starting point basically. And I just went in with my Gorilla Glue, a little bit of super glue gel, and I pressed that on there to get it started. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead, oh, there it is that I did the distressing, as you can see. So I'm going in, and I'm going to go ahead and try and start putting the beads on. And y'all, once I got the beads on, I was like, yeah, this is not working. This is another hot mess, May. Let's just you know, start over. So I ended up popping those off there, and I did leave some on because I wanted that color. I had a vision of a certain color that I wanted. So I was like, okay, I'll just pop some off. And then I decided to go on with some of this decorative burlap that I got off Amazon. It was like a huge pack, but they all had different styles or patterns to them. And so I did that. That helped it along. It did look a little busy, but you guys will see everything at the end. And that's, you know, that's just how I present everything at the end. And also on this video, I was having some issues going on with it, where a lot of the end after each segment was kind of cut short. So I'm not really sure what happened there, and that could totally be user error. But I don't even know what happened. I tried to go back and, you know, look for it, but it was MIA. So next up I have here, we're going to be doing using these candle holders that I got from Michael's, during the clearance sale for spring. And I actually were going to save these and use them for Christmas because they do have some type of engraving on them where it's like different shapes of trees with different heights and things like that. But when I started going through my stash, I was like, you know what, this will look really cute if I do like a whole ombre effect on it. And that's literally what I'm doing here. And so I'm just using a few different shades of blue, a few different shades of greens. And initially I was trying to do it with the diaper wipe, but it started wiping everything off completely. So I just did a dry rub with it, and that seemed to help the technique along a little better. Now there was some with the blues, I could have actually just used one shade of blue and just kind of spread it out because the two I used were very similar once I wiped it down. But nonetheless, I just kept playing around with it, applying the paint, you know, just smeared it around because I wanted the smeared look. I did not want the streaks in there. I wanted it to truly look like a blurry smeared look, if that is a thing, which I doubt it is, but we're going to make it a thing today. Okay. So I just kept going, and you can see it's coming to life here. And I was kind of concerned. I was thinking like, you know what, this is kind of thick. I don't know if the light is really going to show through on here. And I didn't paint the inside because of that fear. I just painted around the top rim because again, you're not really going to see down in there. So, you know, unless you just deliberately peek and look, but nonetheless, it's nothing to really hide. It's just white. And I felt like if I did paint the inside, it truly would block the light from coming through. And you guys will see again at the end what I'm talking about. So the next project we're going to start on here, this is one of those stepping like wood pieces that you would put in your garden to create like a path around your garden. And I got this for $1.50 at Daiso. And now you can take some of the loose wood pieces and completely make this using Dollar Tree items. However, I felt like this was just a better deal, $1.50 already assembled. And what I did here was just went in with some dry brushing, and what I wanted to create was kind of that message in a bottle type of deal with just a message and having the anchor on here. But I completely switched this up well, I left the anchor and of course the board itself, but I didn't like the way the roll turned out, so I ended up Xing that at the end. But I did use this paper, and so I was originally going to use those rub-on stickers that I found at Michael's, which I have not found again. Kind of bummed about that, but I had some backup here. I had some scrapbooking paper that I got from Michael, and it had writing on it too, but it's very transparent. And so I was like, well, let me just paint the roll, create a darker background, and maybe that'll make the words pop. Yeah, no. It looked a hot mess. And so I was like, okay, we're going to X that all together. And what I ended up doing was taking that same paper, that scrapbooking paper, I cut out a square, and then I just went ahead to mimic like notebook paper, and I just burnt around the edges, kind of a little burning in the middle, and I glued it to the board. And oh my God, you guys, it looked so pretty, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. I end up adding a laser cutout that I got from Hobby Lobby that says memories on it. It came out so pretty. Like, it was just so gorgeous. I can't wait to get to the end so we can see. But just to give you an idea, this is what it's gonna look like. But the roll, I just decided not to. I went in with a little bit of that macrame rope. It wasn't working. It wasn't working. So here I have a shadow box that I got from Michael's, I believe. And these were on clearance as well. I got them for like $2, and they're pretty good size. I want to say they were 12 by 12, as well as that previous one. I think it was 12 by 12 as well. And so I wanted to create a shadow box because this is actually supposed to be turned the other way. But I wanted to use the inside of it. So what I did here, when I removed the jute twine, the hanger, that's the jute twine, I was supposed to put that part at the bottom because I'm going to be putting some more burlap across it to create like a netting effect. And yeah, I forgot to do it, but I was able to cover it up using some of my beads, teeny little miniature wood beads, and it blended perfectly. So it looked like that was the intention. So only us here will know that was not how it was intended to be. So all I did here, I kept the natural wood. You know, I'm all about natural wood. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I wanted to really create that nice, crisp, you know, boho chic type of coastal vibe. And so I had this star is along with some shells. That's all I'm gonna put here because that's really what I wanted, and some lighting. Like I said, I'm all about the lighting right now. I'm not sure what's going on, but this really will look so cute, like in an entryway. Like it was just so pretty. I can't wait till we get to the end. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I have these stars and shells that I've had forever, and I wanted to use them up because they are just taking up space. I hadn't really did any projects with them except for the ones I did a couple weeks ago. So this was a good opportunity to use those up, and I got them from Walmart. It's like a huge box of them that I got for like $10. So but here I am just going in randomly playing around with it, and like I said, going with the netting, and I just glue that on, and some light. I'm going to use some these are starfish twinkle lights that I got from Dollar Tree, but I was initially just trying to do like a middle burst light, but it didn't come out the way I thought it was, so I ended up like unraveling them, of course, and then just placing them around the outside to bring the light in. But sorry for the painted hands, you guys. Like I was like, I need to go wash my hands, but afterwards I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep rolling because I'm still painting, and it's just gonna be me going back and forth to, you know, wash my hands, whatever. So yeah, try to look past that part. Just look at the art. Just focus on the art. Okay, but anyway, so I, you know, once I figure out how I wanted to lay it out, and my original thought was I wanted to just pile up the shells on there, but then I was like, it just looked so clustered, and it was just not the look I wanted, you know, or the look I was going for. And so nonetheless, I just went in, like I said, randomly placed the shells around the starfish because I wanted the starfish to be the focal point. And then I thought maybe I should have put some wording in here, but no. I'm so glad I did not do that. And I love this. Whew, I'm telling you, these two were like probably my favorite, I think, because the anchor, like I said, was probably a little bit too busy for me, but you guys be the judge at the end, whether you like it or not. It was still fun to do at the end of the day. So I got these gift boxes from Dollar Tree, and originally I had only found 2. So when I went to Dollar Tree for something else a little while back, I found the smaller one that they had. And so what I wanted to do is like a piece of luggage that got lost at sea type of deal. And so I went in with my my vinyl from my Cricut Joy, and I just put out the word, printed out the word shipwreck, and I put one of my handles on there that I got off Amazon, huge bag of those. I think that was less than $10. But I wanted to create it because these boxes, like, I didn't want to do anything to them because they really do, they look very realistic. Like, they are really cute. I love them. So I knew I wanted to do something with them, and so I just incorporated it here. And I had some little keys that I ordered off of Amazon, a huge bag of those, different sizes, but I wanted to tie that in here as well. And I wanted to create, like, if somebody had tied the rope, you know, around their hand to make sure they could stay connected to the luggage. That's what that was. And then I just put a few stickers on there, like explore, you know, discover. And I added those old tiny keys on there. And that's a macrame hanger that it's for the toilet. I don't know if you guys have seen it in your store, but it's for it's either a toilet. You can use it for like a towel holder or a toilet paper holder. And so I thought that was really cute, and it just, the colors blended in with what I had going on. Now here I thought I was going to use my miter saw to cut down one of the wood planks from Dollar Tree, but it was too wide to fit in there. So I just went in and I scored it. It was super warped, but you know, I was like, you know what, I'm going to still use it. You know, it's here. I have what, you know, in my mind, what I want to do with it. And this one is questionable, you guys. But again, let me know what you think. I mean, they were not like horrible or anything, and I know I'm my own worst self-critic, but it still was fun to do. That's the whole thing. Like, it was super fun to do, but nonetheless, I just cut it down, smooth it out, as you can see there, and I went in with some of these vase fillers, the ones, it's like crystal colors, like, you know, the blue, the greens. It looks like the ocean, basically. And I used a little small shadow box from Michael's that I painted. All of those, both are going to be white. The wood plank from Michael's in this wooden box, it's going to be white. And so that's all I did. I went in with that, and I just glued this piece down to the back because I want it to be kind of like a sconce in a sense, but it's not going to be a wall sconce. It's just going to be something like, again, I'm thinking all of these would probably just look cute like in an entryway, you know, or if you just had like a cute side table that you wanted to put some decor pieces on or accents on, was my kind of, I don't know, I didn't even have that in mind. That's just where, as I started doing them, that's what I was leaning towards. So what I'm doing here is I wanted to create like a backdrop of like a watercolor backdrop, or make it remnants of water. I don't know, y'all, but I had this vision. Anyway, so I just randomly placed those around. I had one left of these paper mats that I got from Dollar Sale. It was $1.50, and I wanted to create that whole seaweed vibey look. And I should have actually painted this, but I wanted to keep it that white, you know, that whole boho chic with the white, the tans. That's where I was going with this. Anyway, and then I caught myself putting in some of the laser cutout of dolphins. I end up Xing that. And you guys will see how that one came out at the end. It was really cute. It made it pop a little bit when I added the colors in there. So I was surprised by that one. So now this last one is the actual message in a bottle. So I took another piece of that paper, that crafting paper. I cut down like a super tiny little piece, rolled it up, and I just dry brushed it with some of the Cafe Noir paint and tied a little jute twine around it, put in some of that white sand, and I dropped a few shells down in there, and that's really all I did. The only thing I felt like maybe I should have done a little bit more is maybe put like some jute twine around the neck of it. But at the same time, that cork, it has a tan color to it, so I felt like, you know what, it's still okay. And I still may go back and actually put the jute twine on it, because it did look a little bit bare, but it did come out super cute. I was a little nervous and thought I was going to get sand everywhere, but thankfully I did not. And that's all I did. Like, I tied it off, I put it in there, and it fell down in there perfectly. Even with me moving it around and everything, it still kind of stayed tight, and dropping the shells in there, because I was concerned that oh my god, I should have put the shells first because they're heavier. It was a whole thing I started thinking, you guys, but it was my own paranoia at the end of the day. But nonetheless, it really did come together super cute, and I really just had fun using everything I already had in my stash, and so that's just the joy of crafting, especially when you just want to, you know, call yourself, you know, purging and decluttering. And this is one of the best ways to do it, because we buy these things for a purpose, so we might as well find a reason to use them, right? Even if it don't make sense how we use them, it's just the matter of us putting forth the effort to use them up. And here you see I'm still going in, I'm dropping some shells, and that was like a little container of shells that I got from Dollar Tree a while ago. I just started seeing them, bringing them back this year. I want to say I probably had those for probably about 2.5 years already. But yeah, look at it, it was so darling and so cute. And here's everything together, you guys. So here is the garden step or wood plank or whatever you want to call it, and I am going to turn on the light so you guys can see it better, but I wanted you guys to see the little light poking through, and the little message in the bottle. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I just love this. Like, it was really pretty. That ladder I had when I did my other coastal DIY, and I thought this was super cute. I added the shells in there. I put, you know, the message in the bottle. I had my little the little suitcase with shipwrecked on the side, and I thought this was really cute. Like, you know, it was nothing fancy or anything, but I definitely think, you know, it captured the whole nautical theme I was going for. And like I said, these, I could just see them in a hallway or entryway, you know, or even outside. You can probably use these outside. I don't see why not, but I just love the way it came out. And my little burning technique, and I did go in with a little bit of distressing to make it look like older paper, but I was pleased. I was very pleased with that. And here is the nautical wheel, you guys. So let me know what you think. I felt like it was too busy, but at the same time, I felt like it looked like something that had fell off of a ship. And sorry about the noise, you guys. And it just got tangled up in all the seaweed and netting and things like that. That's what came to mind. I don't don't know, but I did like it. Like, it was not horrible at all, but I think it was okay. I really think, you know, as I look at it, I looked at it again this morning before I started recording, and I'm like, you know what? It's not as bad as I thought it was. I kind of captured what I was going after. But yeah, and so this is the shadow box. Now this is the one, like, I think this is probably my favorite, you guys. Like, this was really beautiful, and I'm gonna turn on the lights again so you guys can see it in the light. But when I had it like set like this and the wheel off to the side, I really liked the way it came together. And like the other little props I have here, like that anchor, the boat in the back, those are from Dollar Tree, and I just kind of left them as they are because I like them that way, you know. But you can always juice them up, you know, if you decide to do something like this, you know. That's the whole beauty of it when you're crafting. You can make it whatever you want it to be until your heart is happy. And I just threw in my string of beads, but here it is with the light on, and it still looks gorgeous, you guys. Like, that was just, oh my gosh, I was like, this is just beautiful. And you can't even tell the starfish, and this is what I was saying, like, you can't even tell that the starfish are there, even like in true, you know, when I was just looking at it off camera, you couldn't tell. But I just love the way it almost created like a glow around the starfish, you know. And then here are the little the candle holders. I hope I captured that, but just look at those and how that light came through. And even looking, like I said, at the nautical wheel, it looked better off to the side for whatever reason, in my opinion. And here I want to show it one more time just with the light on. And what I think I had moved something off of here. Now I can't remember what it was, but nonetheless, I still think it was quite nice. It wasn't as bad as I thought. But I do hope you guys enjoyed it, and you know, I hope I inspired you guys to do something different. Oh, I know what I did. I took off the message in a bottle because I thought maybe that was making it look too cluttered, but that's what I did there. And here are the candle holders. And so this was the other thing. I don't know what to call this. I mean, I guess it's a table sconce, if that's a thing. And I feel like I probably should have put more of that vase filler on the backdrop of it to make it come through a little bit more. But look at the color combinations here and how it's coming through that candle holder, as well as the sconce. Again, I don't know if that's really what it's called though. And nonetheless, my little sign I had to throw in there: fall in love every day. Lovies, if you stuck around to the end of this video, thank you so much for doing so. I hope I inspired you. I hope you enjoyed your time here with me. And as I was getting ready to say, fall in love every day. Just because every day that you have an opportunity to open your eyes is an opportunity to fall in love with at least one something every single day. So thank you so much, lovies, for watching. I hope you consider subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, and coming back to hang out with me. If you have any suggestions or you have ideas of what you want to see on this channel, please feel free to share them with me. As I've said many times before, I'm new to this world, and I just want to be able to give you content that you will enjoy watching every single time, and you'll be so anxious to come back to hang out with me because I'm so anxious to come back and create for you guys. I just love having you guys here with me. And so with all that being said, lovies, I won't take up any more of your day, but enjoy crafting the days away. Until the next time, lovies. Bye.